Hello and welcome to the channel. Intro at the end so we can get straight into it. I am going to be using artificial intelligence. Wanted to use Chat GPT, but right now it is offline, so I'm going to have to be experimenting with the GPT-3 playground, and I'm going to be trying to make some stuff on my hologram. So this is the hologram in question. It is the LookingGlassFactory. Oh, that's not that clear. It's hard to see, but it will get easier to see as we start to populate the hologram itself. So on the last time that I was doing these kind of videos, using the artificial intelligence to create holographic graphics on Unity and the LookingGlassFactory, I was trying to make like a molecule-esque movement. So there was a sphere in the center, cubes that go around it. And, you know, we were playing around with some like orbiting kind of movements. Today, so I'm writing a book, finished it in 2020, did it without reading any other books on it. Now I've been reading books on a similar sort of subject. So this book here, the Quadrivium, is one I'm reading at the moment. And I've seen something interesting in it. So just the name, well, it's actually the chapter named after the book. So it's this one here. And so basically what it's doing is talking about the different formulations that we can create in geometry. So this is the particular bit that inspired me. It says, allowing for perfect polygons, there are 3 regular grids, 5 regular solids, 8 semi-regular grids, and 13 semi-regular solids. So I'd never conceptualized that there were actually only 3 types of regular grid that you can create. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but basically if you look in the top left, the grids are a triangular grid, square grid, and a hexagonal grid. And then with those other solids. So in similar sort of like elemental, particle, atomic, molecular structure type thing, I was like, okay, can I create a quick program with artificial intelligence that will allow me to visualize these different things? The 3 regular grids, 5 regular solids, 8 semi-regular grids, and 13 semi-regular solids. So now this would have been easier with ChatGPT. Let's see if it magically wants to work. Nope, still not there. So right now we are in the playground. I have got my setup here. So first of all, I only had the cube. I only had the cube up here so that I could just quickly show that initially. So let's get rid of the cube. So now let's make another one here. So this is where the script is going to lie. And then what I want to do now is I'm going to create a sphere. And then I'm going to turn that sphere into a prefab. And then take this one out. So now we've just got a empty script here, just a straight new behavior. So I'm going to take this, and now just to experiment, because I haven't really experimented the playground too much. So take this code and add a public game object where a prefab for a sphere. Ooh. That's not right. Let's see if we can do it anyway. Can go. Oh, that did it twice. There we go. Let's see what that does. Oh, so on this one, enter doesn't do it. We've got to do submit. So the you know, I appreciate all the functions that ChatGPT comes through with. So that looks like it did it all right. So okay, so it's, you know, it's just, if it's just a non, like the same as ChatGPT, but that doesn't look as nice, we will be we'll be good to go today. So let's get this in here. Save that. See where we're at. Add this new behavior to script. And then we've got our sphere here. Okay. So now let's play. Let's play in the playground. So now there's nothing. I don't think there's any point in keeping stuff in this one. So take this script. In fact, actually, this is something I did want to. Again, Chat GPT would have been better. Let's see. What is a quad? Let's see. What is a quadrivium? Oh, for God's sake, Alright. What is a quadrivium? The quadrivium was the four core subjects studied in the medieval university, which made up 7 liberal arts of the education system. The quadrivium consisted of arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. These disciplines combined the mathematical sciences with the philosophy and the practical. Cool. All right. So that's good because this particular chapter was obviously breaking it down, and it was particularly about these shapes here. So I suppose it was just saying that these are the unified shapes amongst all of those. And I understand why it's kind of making disclaimers for the musical elements of there, because obviously music isn't as... Well, actually it did have the little bit at the bottom where it was going into more infinity sign and sine wavy looking stuff. But anyway, so let's get back to it. All right, so cool. It's got our script here. And now what I'm going to say is take this code and edit it so it will show a triangular grid using the spheres in the prefab to show the points. So let's see if this does it then. Okay, sweet. So doesn't need to do any updating. It's just going to create it on the start. So now let's see if what kind of grid it generates. Interesting. So this view here is the one in superposition. This is the one here in the scene. Now I said triangular grid and it's given me the square grid, which was going to be the second one. So that's wrong. But let's see. See, in here it just shows them and doesn't actually give... I don't know if there is a technical name. So allowing for 3 regular grids. Well, that's definitely a square grid. But it did do what I wanted it to do. It's just done it. It's just done the next one. So Let me see if it does have any memory, because like I said, I haven't played in this playground. So if I just continue from there and say that was a square grid, can you make a triangle based one? Having a little think. Hopefully, is that a little think, or is this? Yeah, it's a think. It's a think. Let's see. So this was what did it do? That x times 2, y times 2, x times. Okay, that well we've got something. We've got something different here. So let's see if we can do that. Bum, 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 bum. So we got it in superposition again. Okay, so we have our triangle base grid here. I'm pretty sure that that is correct now. Yep, we got our triangle grid, and we actually have we already have our square grid, which is going to be the next one. So now let's go back and say great. I always like to be nice to the AI. That's going to be my techers from now until whenever. Great. Now can you make a version with an hexagonal. I can't spell. That's not right, but that's too not right for me. Bro, why is this suddenly going so slow? Alright. Cool. That's looking well, it's looking unique enough. It's definitely not done the same thing again. And I wonder, I should research it whether every time I'm pressing it, is it actually remembering what's happened beforehand? But we will see in the next test I do, because if this works, all right. From the top we can see, no, that maybe I just haven't saved, because that's the triangle grid again. No, this, am I, let me see. I mean, that's just a triangle grid, I'm pretty sure. And is it doing, because it obviously, you can make the hexagonals out of it, but that's still just a triangular grid. I'm quickly just see what am I expecting from here. So no, I'm looking for something else. Let me just go. Do you know what? I'm pretty sure that it has got it right, and it's about me describing. But let me just say that is not correct. What's the term here? So, can you make it with a? What was the term they used in here? It was. This is a regular. So with a hexagonal regular grid. See, this is going to be the oh, interesting, this one needed to put a float in there, but yeah, this is going to be the name of the game now. From now, with artificial intelligence, it's all about what you can articulate, and all about the words that you use, words that you can use, and the specifics of it. So maybe I just got it wrong before, but maybe using that phrase regular, a regular hexagonal. Okay, well, we've already got, and maybe I just didn't even copy and paste it right last time. I don't know, you tell me. So now, cool. Yeah, that just looks like the triangular one, and I'm sure there's a hexagonal, but it's basically, it's like if you take that one out and then that one out, it's like it's adding an extra, it's adding something in the middle of them, but then that means it's not hexagonal, it's triangle, it's triangular. Let me specify that again. That's all I can really do. So let me say, in the version you just made, the hexagons formed have a sphere in the middle, making the grid a regular triangle grid. Can you make it hexagonal only? Is that correct? We got some slight differences going on here, I think. Well, let's give it a try anyway. See what we can get. Is that the exact same thing, yeah? Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, that is still, again, I can see the hexagonal, but is that even actually right though? Because the points at which, let's okay, again, articulation, let's play with the words. This was not correct. Can you make it a honeycomb grid? So let's see, by using a different adjective or whatever, because though hexagons can be found in that last grid, honeycombs is something very specific, but this seems to be printing out the same thing. Maybe that if statement, I don't know if that if statement was there beforehand. No, it was. So, the thing about the playground is it doesn't save what you're doing beforehand. I think that was just the exact same thing, but we will see. Yeah, that looks a little bit, yeah. I don't know what's going on here. So let's, because these don't save, I'm going to keep that open. Let's say Unity script that takes a sphere prefab and creates a honeycomb grid. Okay, so now this is looking a little bit more. All right, so let me just take what part do I need? I'm going to get this amount. So open, close. Let me take it from here. I'll just take that and then put, is that correct? Seem to have allowed it. Number rows. What has it done in here? Where it's created it, private number rows. See if that. Okay, well, it's different. And that's just a big square grid. This is interesting. I wonder if on this grid, nah. So why is it? Well, last time it did this, we just had to correct it, then it got it right. So what exactly did we say last time? I said that was a square grid. Can you make it a triangle based one? So let's see now if I say that was a square grid. Can you make it a honeycomb based one? Open. Yeah, that didn't even finish the code off properly, but how different is this, if at all? Okay, there is a slight difference. Again, this is, let's see, so if I take this from void, and then if I get it right, I think I need to put it from, let's see. Okay, well, there is a bit of a difference. So now let's see. is not a honeycomb structure at all, is it? That's is it? And it's not asking for. Interesting. What did they call? What do they call? What do you call a honeycomb grid? Is there a particular name? Let's see if I didn't put spell it right for me, please. So what do you call a hexagonal grid? I mean morphem, if that's what they're calling it there. Let's see if this can give me any technical lingo. Hexagonal grid. Because at the end of the day, it's definitely doing. I mean, that's not finished, is it? God's sake, let's see. So make a hexagonal grid for Unity that uses a sphere prefab. So I don't know what it's, so it's asking for the hexagonal prefab, and it looks like it might have so this will probably be my last attempt here. Let's see. Oh, they're just the hexagons. Alright, so in this one here, it is asking for so alright, let's just slap these in. Asking for multiple hexagons here. That's the bit I'm a bit like, I don't know if it knows what I was really asking it. Yeah, and I thought there was a missing. I know, where is it saying? 43. What? Oh, this is not good. Hold on. So okay, so it is asking for, let's say 11, 11. We're going to bang the sphere in here, but we ain't got no. It's probably ain't gonna work because it needs. Almost done something. And we kind of have the same hexagons that we had before, which is effectively, it's like that one, it's like slapping circles inside of the hexagons. So I'm just going to take this one as an L and take it as a failure, and that I wasn't able to do it. It's not creating it how I want it to create it, but that's part of the play. Who knows, maybe it'll be interesting to see when GPT Chat is back online. I can give it another attempt and see if there's any difference, and then maybe I can get a bit of a correspondence there, a correlation, and to see if GPT Chat actually understands more, and maybe there's like a better linguistic, the linguistic capabilities, or maybe something will show that actually GPT Chat has better coding capabilities. But I'm gonna leave it there because I thought that was going to be the easy bit, creating those grids, because I've created stuff like that without the help. But this is part of the play. So my name is Vince South Blessed. I am a transmedia producer, and a creative technologist. And basically, over the last few weeks, I've fully become an artificial intelligence enthusiast. I've been using it for like the last 5 years. But obviously, like everybody else, I'm kind of part of this new wave as things have gone exponentially. So subscribe if you want more videos like this. At this point, I do actually have like a few videos that I've already made on some of these subjects. I've used Blender, and also I'm using Chat GPT and some other things to create a Smash Bros anime template. So yes, if you're watching this right now, I hope everything is best, and no matter what tools get created, just stay creative.